All right, hello everybody. Welcome to this final day of the regular season. It's Sunday and of week 12. We're winding it down with what's bound to be a hugely exciting match between Team Gravity and Smash Dash. On the caster's booth today, I'm Palidore, being joined by a Swift. And how's it going, Swift?
Howdy everybody in the chat. I'm doing pretty well.
Good. I'm still not sure when you say howdy, if that's just making fun of my people or what. Or it's a tribute to Tutorial Bot, or all of the above. Either or, glad to have you here. Tell me, what do you expect from this match? I mean, between the number 2 and number 3 ranked Team Gravity and Smash Dash here in Europe in that gold division. Who do you got?
In my opinion, I think Gravity's going to take this one just because of their history with Smash Dash. Each time in the season they've played, Gravity have pulled just ahead, but it has not been by very much, so could go either way.
Also true. Two of these teams both, competing hard throughout preseason, season 1, even extending way back as that shot is going to be just very close to that goal. Rebounded by Viatrex, siding it to Simon, and up high to the goal. It's the first 2 points, 20 seconds in for Team Gravity.
It was a good read there on the rebound by Viatrex. The shot from Simon barely missing there, but Viatrex able to get the read.
Yeah, and a quick hello to the Twitch chat. See, it's Yellow Man, Cobra Strike, Torrens, Any Dude, Sundance, and Bad Internet. So hello everyone, and thanks for joining us here in our last day of games as the turnover goes for Viatrex.
As always.
Just missing the shot, as always, as he says.
Oh, that was a great pass over there, but the backwards dunk there from Viatrex. We're seeing that trend more and more, specifically in the Europe matches, as this pass goes down to Simon, comes back up to Lewis. Lewis just dodging around that Geo. He's just going to get stunned out, and the disc is going to be taken by Slin.
Slin, the quintessential striker here in Europe and for Smash Dash. Last time we saw him had himself a very high-scoring game. It's usually the case as well. Always just a frequent point getter.
Yeah, Lewis going for that bounce shot there, just missing the pyramid. Al Pacino, though, able to recollect, getting it to Viatrex. Some nice square passing here, going down to Lewis, but just missing Simon on that last pass. Al Pacino here, just floating down, looking for this pass. Does get one to Viatrex. Going back onto the backboard to Lewis. Just going to get that ding, and it's going to be taken by Street Boo and cleared away.
Yeah, some power being put onto these passes, and as well as the power and speed on the stacks. We'll go right back to Via, and he gets the clear down the tunnel. Seems like a little bit of a slow start. I mean, the passes are the correct ones, just the execution a little bit off. But sometimes we see that Sendo target. He sees nothing but the bottom of the goal, assisted there by Slin, and the defense off balance. So effectively, just getting Sendo the time he needed to find that shot.
Yeah, Sendo stunning both of the defenders there on the shield, recognizing that Gravity are almost 100% dependent on these stacks, and he gets both defenders stunned. He's clear for that pass, and he gets the 2-pointer.
And Team Gravity now looking to give the rebuttal and see if they can have more success. They did really well with the rebounds, but can they get the shots here?
Nice recognition on that pass there, but Smash Dash just too fast on that stack, and they are going to stun it and clear it away. It does go to Street Boo's hands first, maybe not. Dodged away, but Zendo recollecting, and Slin, not quite. It's stolen out by Lewis there.
And it'll be a bit of a scramble here, but I do like that defense immediately recognizing the backboard play, cutting it off, and denying them the chance at those points, because it was a very quick pass, but just cut off nicely as Via goes for a deep one that will bounce around.
And Lewis here, it's a 1-on-2, and he goes for the shot, and it's Street Boo for the save, clearing it to the right.
Had to kind of force that one just because of the defense nearby, so going to be one of the easier saves for Street Boo just based on his goalie skills. We definitely know that any given day he's going to get several saves in there, and a lot of them are going to come from up close. So if you take that from that 7-8 meter line, I mean, it's usually going to be a good save for him.
Yeah, this pass over to Al Pacino. It's going to be stunned out, but Slin able to get it. It's 1-on-1 now, but Viatrex, absolutely amazing goalkeeping.
Yeah, just I mean, eyeing the bottom of the goal on the feet right there. Simon rolls in for that corner shot, perhaps, but just a bit off on that one as well. So, Team Gravity, I mean, they're doing a good job positioning out and managing to find the rebounds. I mean, so far, what is it? Seven shots taken to only 3 for Smash Dash, but just unable to get points off of it so far.
Yeah, and Gravity here looking to keep the pacing, finally get that cross pass, and Simon is just going to dunk it straight through. We saw them take the pacing of the game beforehand, taking that open back pass and then drawing the defenders out and able to get that cross.
A good job there to get that just bread and butter cross pass. Much more catchable that time, and those are the good opportunities you want. Zenny Dude in the chat saying nice save, talking about who was it, Via on the other end, and yeah, that was just a great read. Definitely going for the foot shot basically, but just read it perfectly.
Speaking of reading it perfectly, Slin just gets there right before Gravity's stack and passes it down to Dej, but it's going to be stunned and stolen out by Simon, passing to Viatrex and back to Simon, and he's going to look for Lewis. He's going to get stunned out, but that's a really nice back pass recognition there. Pass goes back down to Simon, and just amazing pressure being put on here by Smash Dash. They're unable to have any time almost with the disc.
You can see it even there.
Their defense here. Yeah.
Just all these loose discs over and over as that boost comes out. Unfortunately, the bad bounce overshooting a little bit gets it right back to Via. So Smash Dash, the great defense, and that's often the case. You're gonna see them really pressure hard sometimes with those stuns and on anyone driving there. Speaking of drives, though, it's coming in for the hot shot. There's Via slinging it right behind him as the defense retreats. It's up by 4.
Yeah, we see Gravity constantly going for these 3 points off the ceiling here, and with the goalies in this game, Viatrex and Street Brew, you're not going to see many 3-point goals, I'll tell you that much. But as a clear, it still goes behind the backboard, and it's both a hard one to read and an easy one to catch for a boost.
Yeah, and it's as I always say too regarding those open goals, where just with how fast defenses are at getting back on stacks and just how good the goalkeeping is, anytime you do get the very, very rare open opportunity, you know, you'll only get a handful per match, really. You definitely want to convert on those ones.
Yeah, Slin here, taking it from that stack at the back, and it's the Gravity defense getting stunned there, but just managed to get back in time, and they managed to recollect here. Viatrex here with the pass to Al Pacino. The open goal is going to be taken, but it's not going to be planted there. Simon backing this out here now, looking for Al Pacino, trying to find that lane, does find it, and the 2-point shot does roll in. Good shot placement there.
Yeah, nice drive there from Al Pacino after the assist from Simon. There was an available pass up top, but I believe that was a Sendo cutting it off by that backboard. So it was, again, Smash Dash playing some good defense there. But ultimately, you know, one lane is cut off. They're just going to find the other, and that's the good thing about Team Gravity and the fact that they just have you know, a lot of very capable players. It doesn't need to just be one person shooting the disc. I mean, you're going to see a lot of these players getting on the scoreboard on any given match.
Yeah, Team Gravity are not only known for their speed, which they definitely are known for, but they are also known just for the great defense and the good recognition on the back passes when they're on offense as well. They're just an overall great passing team, and their synergy is absolutely on point.
Yeah, I think that's definitely, I mean, it's right in their name, you know, Team Gravity, and they've been.
So bad at that.
And then Viatrex again, giving a little bit of a Simon as well. You know, kind of making fun of themselves just a little bit. I was about to say, for Team Gravity here, supremely talented team, no doubt. As more defense gets played, it's just a matter of, I think, you know, getting reintegrated into the league and such. You know, maybe a little bit of rust here and there, but obviously, I think over the course of matches we've seen lately, they get more warmed up after a few minutes. So I think we could see it start changing here, that pace and the scoring. Right there, too.
Speaking of scoring, there goes Al Pacino with the 24-meter 3. Just down by that pyramid. It's a great shot there.
Yeah, so Al Pacino, I mean, as I was saying, a lot of people can score for Team Gravity. We can see it here. 5 points for Alp. Simon with 4, as well as the 3 assists, and then Viatrex with a pair. So That's just kind of par for the course. And so we say, despite the slow start, I mean, they're up 11-2.
Yeah, we see this missed disc from Sendo. It's going to be transferred into Simon's hands. Gravity looking for this stack up, but they're just held back here by Sendo. Viatrex forced to push there to Simon, but he is left open, and so is the goal, and he goes for that 28-meter shot, and this is why you never leave that goal open in these high-level matches.
Absolutely. Talk about only a handful of opportunities per match. There was one of them, and it was capitalized upon indeed by Simon. And yeah, 14 points now, less than 30 seconds. It will be a Team Gravity victory in round one, despite, another steal, another shot. Talk about piling on the points late. 17-2, and you wouldn't think that was the case. This is just based on how those first 8 minutes played out, but here we are.
Yeah, Gravity found that rhythm that they were looking for. We saw plenty of even missed two-pointer shots, which, of course, they're nothing to fret about. Two-pointers on a goalie such as Sendo is still an absolute task, and a lot of pressure being put on them as well. But clearly they've just found this rhythm as they've hit, I think, every single shot since then. I have to correct myself. Street Boo is the goalie for Smash Dash.
Yeah, and just great defender, and Smash Dash's defense overall was good. I mean, and again, this is why I would say like the score almost feels misleading. Team Gravity definitely putting it together and had some late game threes there that really helped balloon the lead from where it was only minutes ago. But yeah, based on the defense from Smash Dash and some of those missed passes from Team Gravity to start it off, you wouldn't think that it was going to be a 15-point difference here. If you covered up the score and you asked me about it just based on rhythm. And yet there's Team Gravity doing what they do. I think if Smash Dash can maintain the defensive intensity and the physicality that they're playing, but just paired in with some maybe faster stacks, which I know is a tough thing to do against a team like Gravity, but they can get more control of that disc first on the other side of the floor and maybe find some of their slower passing play that we can see Smash Dash do from time to time. They'll hopefully have a better second round here.
Yeah, we've seen Gravity in round one so far, just having the majority of the control on this disc. They've got 65% possession, and they have 77% of the shots taken this match. So just not a lot of time that they've had on Gravity's floor here, and it is going to be taken back out by Alp, who's just going to roll that 2-point in after the defensive overshoot by Smash Dash.
Yeah, I see Maddie in the chat saying, wow, this escalated halfway through. It definitely did. Xanadu saying much the same there. I think, yeah, it's absolutely, the telling stat is definitely the possession time and the shots taken. That is by and far the big difference maker here. When you're giving that many shots and that much of a differential, that's why the score is what it is. As an open three there conceded, and Sendo target will capitalize, and that's what I mean. There's another one of the small handful that you'll get, and Sendo doing a good job to convert.
Yeah, hopefully Smash Dash find their rhythm here, and we saw Sendo absolutely sending that mail slot, and it was a great shot.
Yeah, on target even.
Simon here, he does have one open pass to Lewis, and it's just going to be passing back and forth here, keeping the momentum, trying to draw Smash Dash's stack away, and there they do, and Lewis taking that pass down to Al Pacino. They're just passing around the back here, looking for this one open opportunity. Smash Dash are doing a great job at closing this off now on the defense. Al Pacino and Simon here just passing back between Sendo here. It'll only take one stun or one open pass or a shot, which that wasn't open. I'm not sure if that was supposed to be a pass, but it does bounce back and it goes into Smash Dash's hands. Slin here taking it back with the pass to Street Boo. Street Boo forced to clear behind him, but Viatrex is going to intercept, and he's going to go for this shot slash clear, and it's going to be Gravity taking it, and Slim with the great leech there, and bringing himself back to goal to save that 3-pointer.
Yeah, again, just the case of the open shot's not going to be there all that often. And in that case, the speed getting back, it was Slin with a save. Right now, with some good defense as well for all of, well, both these sides, really. We're seeing that aggressive mid lane defense kind of keeping it stuck going back and forth. As the open goal, though, squeezing it through. Simon up by 1 now. And just a lot of, again, that back and forth disarray a bit with the heavy midline defense, and it does pay off at the end for Gravity here.
Yeah, that was a stylish juke as much as it was a rushed one. He slapped himself off to the right, smash dash, pressuring him there with that stack, and he just pushes himself to that left to take that ever so graceful shot. And that's going to propel them just a point ahead here, as Sendo does look for that stun. And Street Boo going to collect. That pass is covered by Lewis, and he's going to slap that out.
Yeah, good stuns there to deny, but the first on the stack, it looked like it was Smash Dash getting that first one, but faster was Team Gravity, so working in some more regrabs, looking in some more passes, and working in the shot. It's up by 3 now, after another just 32 seconds into that particular joust.
You can see this absolute rhythm here. It took them a while to get into there, but they were struggling to find the open passes there. They're getting themselves just sneaking right behind the defenders of Smash Dash and able to get 3 open passes there. That one isn't going to be open. It's going to be blocked by Pacino. Wow. Goes for the 3-point shot. It was ever so close, but it is blocked out by the post.
That was a almost huge shot from down below of it. The kind of tougher of the mail slot angles there to take underneath the barrier. It will be defense turning it over again. And again, the matter of stacks. There's the trio coming in for Smash Dash on defense to contest Lewis, so they will get a clear and boost off of that.
Oh, Lewis with this leech. Oh, maybe not quite getting the stuns that he wanted there. It will be a 2-on-3.
Wow.
But Al Pacino taking that and dunking it on in for the 8-3.
Yes, so it's kind of like you said just a minute or two ago, that rhythm, it does seem like it's there now. It's not as if Team Gravity is playing particularly differently than they did to open up round 1. It's just now those longer crosses, those high-powered cross passes, they're actually connecting now, and that's what I was kind of getting at earlier with just the rhythm. That shot's going to be mighty close. But yeah, the shot's connecting, and that's just the difference maker. Passes connecting, rather, and it's enabling these good shots.
Absolutely. This stack is going to pressure Lewis, and they are going to get that stun, but it does leave VRML for that one-on-one, which will bring them, again, 7 points ahead here, which, I mean, they're just absolutely on a roll right now. They're finding these passes, and they're blocking that defense, and Smash Dash maybe need to regather themselves here. It seems like they may be panicking a bit here on the defense.
Yeah, they were playing. It was playing good dividends in the first round in terms of getting the stops. It was just again the rebounds that kind of killed them a little bit. Meanwhile, on offense, just can't break through what Team Gravity is doing. There they are again, gonna have themselves a 3-on-2 opportunity if they want, and taking an anchor. Well, it looks like VRML just guaranteeing the goal with a dunk.
VRML, I think that was a behind the back after he came in from one of the stacks there. Simon going for the 3, and I think the goalie was stunned, but he was getting unstunned. VRML recognizing that, takes that behind his back and dunks it. That was an absolutely beautiful goal. Yeah,
nice one there, and just judging by the replay, granted small on my screen, but looked like the shot may have been off anyways, so either or, good grab from VRML to guarantee. It will enable just another open goal, and now it's starting to be a repeat of what we saw towards the latter half of last round.
Yeah. Smash Dash really need to get themselves back together here. They may have a chance to bring this back. They have 3.5 minutes left, and they just need to find that rhythm back. And Lewis finding that boost and the steal, and that is an absolute nail in the hearts of Smash Dash.
Yeah, you just cannot get it going. So wow, is this after that first 5 minutes, last 12 minutes or so now, 13. I mean, just they've been rolling ever since and causing turnovers at every opportunity. I see Torin in the chat there mentioning, says every other pass from Gravity is a miss and bounces back to them. I mean, a lot of them connecting now, but yeah, the ones that are missing, or the shots that miss. I mentioned this for Phantoms as well sometimes. It's just the good positioning from Team Gravity, just like with Phantoms and a lot of other teams. If they have, kind of players on every side of the floor, it really enables these rebounds. And that's why they have, 30 shots taken to only 7.
Yeah, seems absolutely one-sided here as Lewis goes for that two-pointer after jumping over 2 defenders.
Yeah, just a jump, and they're going to find themselves hopping their way here towards this second round sweep, it would seem, with only 2:13 left.
Accuracy of these long shots from Cobus right there in chat. Yeah, absolutely. And Zenidude aimbot, well, it definitely seems like it. Gravity right now are absolutely on a roll with these shots, and we're seeing Smash Dash here, maybe even on the offense and the defense here, looking for that two-pointer for Lewis, but they're looking for this defense, and sometimes on these offensive plays, I saw earlier where they had one pass open on the floor of Gravity, and they don't get those very often, but they're just not seeing that. Maybe a bit of the tunnel vision or the field of view there, but yeah, it seems like they're rushing quite a bit here, but they do find that two-point shot. I believe it was 2. Yes, it was.
Yeah.
And maybe they can find the rhythm, but I don't think it's possible.
Yeah, not playing perhaps anymore for a comeback, but just playing for the pride and try and close this gap. They have a minute to do it. They can, still play some defense here and potentially bring it a bit closer, make it look a little friendlier on the scoreboard. That said, Simon, of course, is going to try and deny that, along with Lewis, who's about to stun the goalie, going for that 3-point shot, but just dinging that time.
Yeah, a good recognition there. Just the execution not quite, and there's another 3-point shot from Lewis and another ding. And Smash Dash, they're just looking to clear this out, and Slin looking for the clear and boost. They're not going to get the boost. And Gravity, VRML, but Slin steals it back, just missing the 3-pointer. Street Boo, and the 3-point shot does go in. Maybe, yeah, they're just fighting for the pride at this point. They're really looking to climb this back, but at this point, it is going to be Gravity's win.
Yeah, 10 seconds left, so not really too much time for anything but maybe one quick score if they happen to cause a immediate turnover here. But we'll actually just go to the other side, so maybe Team Gravity, in fact. But it looks like it won't be the case, so yeah, that will, in fact, end this second round in the sweep. Very quick, just a blitz, needless to say, 22-8.
Yeah, we see the possession here. It's almost 8 minutes to 4.5 minutes to Gravity. That they're absolutely controlling the timing and the passes of the disc, and of course, not to bring down Smash Dash, they have some amazing defensive plays there. Absolutely nothing to fret about there.
Yeah, definitely the case. It's just opening up both teams. For Gravity, it was they were kind of struggling with the passes and the shots, but as I kind of alluded to, sometimes, especially since they're kind of still working their way back into the rhythm of the season, having had that month or so break. But as is often the case, give it a few minutes, things will start to gel again over time. You only lose so much after breaks like that. I mean, just they're a good team. They've got the chemistry, they've got the stacks, they've got just the positioning. Things like that don't necessarily leave you. I mentioned, as some people noticed also in the Discord, you saw Simeon coming back on board and joining up in the roster of Illuminati there. And I mentioned too how yesterday I played with Lemming and Simeon, my old Eclipse teammates there, for the first time, all of us together on an actual team, the same team, on the Quest version just last night. And even though there's going to be some mechanical rust here and there, even after a year away from each other, in terms of games like that, little mechanical things aside, the positioning, the knowing where each other are, getting the stacks. Like I was still getting most of my grabs with Lemming, which was usually the case. I was still missing half my grabs with Simeon, which was always the case. So I mean, nothing changed in that regard. But my main point is, you take these little breaks. Sometimes there will be little mechanical errors. You need some warm-ups. But that whole chemistry, that mentality of where you need to be, what you need to do, that's still stuck with us. And I think it's the same case with Gravity. You know, they only took the 5 weeks off or so in Season 1, so that's not even much in the grand scope of things. But you saw, despite all the little errors here and there to begin, they just made it up with the fast stacks and the great positioning. And for Smash Dash, they just could not break through, despite some good defensive plays. They couldn't break through to the other side of the floor. So it was just an assault, basically, with those shots that got Team Gravity the game.
Yeah, Gravity are just so fast with their stacks. As soon as somebody's stunned, they either find someone else to boost with, and the other one just recollects the last person, or they just wait for them to get stunned, and even after the stun and the time it takes for them to get back, they're just so fast on the stacks. They play so much together, and they've been together for so long that they just know how each other boost, and that is what is propelling them forward.
Yeah, I think Boop would agree as well too. There, mentioning a little earlier on about Simon and Lewis, their stack, basically just defining Team Gravity, and I would also agree with that. I mean, they've got all 4 of these players super talented without a doubt, but I mean, you mentioned it as well, Swift, earlier in the match. It's just that speed, and there's very few teams in any region that can compete with that speed. I mean, over here in Europe, definitely Phantom's one of those other teams, but when you're as fast as that stack is, you know, from Team Gravity, you'll make up for so many mistakes too, just based off your ability to get to the disc first more often than any the other teams are able to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Missed,
but no,
focusing a bit too much on the chat there.
all good. Happens to me all the time. But yeah, pointing out as well, seeing a chat was Cobra Strike mentioning Simon and Lewis as well. Not just the stacks, but the points. Saw Grumpiest Broom stopping in there too, and oh yeah, Swift is in the chat saying me hello. Yeah, Swift stopping in. I see Alakos in there as well, so hi to you. But yeah, for Smash Dash, not the finish to the season they wanted there, unfortunately. But despite the tough loss here in the final day, I cannot deny still what has been an overall successful season for Smash Dash. At the end of the day, you know, they're still going to be right there, finishing top 3 in Europe. So, you know, regular season going to be over here, but finishing with that 14 and 10 record is what it's going to amount to for Smash Dash, and that's still super impressive for them. And they're still going to have, you know, a good shot to rebound going into qualifiers, finals, all that good stuff coming up in the next few weeks. So, and again, they're still number 2 seed after this. These results are inputted. They may or may not fall to number 3, depending. Smash Dash and Team Gravity actually sharing the same MMR prior to this match. I'll pull up the standings real quick there. So where they'll fall exactly, I couldn't say, but you know, it's all it's still a successful season, and they're gonna finish gold regardless.
Absolutely, and I have to mention, speaking of people who are doing great in the league, Phantoms have gone the entire season without being defeated once.
Yeah, been a hot topic for sure in recent casts, especially. I mean, going later and later into the season, and we can see it right there. Absolutely, 24-0, a tremendous and unprecedented record here in VR Master League. You know, of course, I mentioned, you know, my team back in 2017 had an undefeated regular season, but that was a different time. It's doing it in 2017 when the game was brand new and teams were still brand new and there were less of us. It's an entirely different story being able to do that here in 2019 and 2020. You know, having the season that they have had, and then coming into season 1 after that preseason, to go 20-4-0 in today's meta, in today's game, and in 4v4. Very likely a record that will remain for a very long time. I don't see that happening again, quite honestly, after this season. So we'll have to see where it goes, but I mean, definitely gotta tip the hat there to that kind of record.
Of course, and sometimes we wish we could travel back in time here and take one of the top teams from now, even if it was 3v3. Imagine if you plopped them in season 1 of VR League. Like the meta has evolved and changed so much, and just players overall are just so good now, and we're gonna see that evolve even more as more players get into the game. The Quest version coming out very soon. The crossplay beta actually coming very soon, which I'm very excited to try, as I myself do not own a Quest. But we're gonna see, judging off of just the Discord, the amount of people that have joined in Discord, it's something ridiculous. I don't remember the statistics off the top of my head, but
It's somewhere in the thousands in terms of new joins in the last couple weeks, or even dating back to the start of closed alpha and such. But it's been an uptick, and especially has kind of boiled over these last couple weeks. You're definitely correct on that, and we've seen a lot of said players popping in, even in the streams here in VR Master League over the last week or so. It's been a pretty steady flow of newer names. So I definitely think going into the next season, and season 2, season 3, beyond, 2021 even, I mean, we're gonna just see those numbers continue to increase in both regions, I think. And who knows what we're gonna be saying a year from now. We talk about how different the competition is now and how much better it is. I'm scared in a good way to see where it is in one more year.
yeah, absolutely. And of course, even the prize pools maybe not the same as they were, but hopefully we're seeing more orgs, and we're seeing more sponsors getting more interested in Echo Arena. So I'm just really excited to see this game grow, and hopefully it just blows up, which I am fully expecting it to with the number of players that are rejoining.
Oh yeah, absolutely. We see, I mean, again, your team now, esport there, getting more of these outside orgs involved. Phantoms is another team there, based in Spain. They've got involvement in this VR esports scene now. Over in North America as well, we have Infinite getting involved, another esport org outside of just the VR realm, and list goes on. Past couple months alone, a couple new sponsors here in VR Master League, and numbers keep increasing, and that'll just be the running theme going forward, I do think. But yes, for the schedule here now to bring us up, as you guys at home can see, we have one more European match scheduled to start in about 24 minutes from now. So we will be ending this stream and coming back online in the next 15 minutes or so. But 15 or 20 minutes, and we'll go for that Vibers and Team Gecko matchup to conclude it here for Europe. And then following that, in the afternoon time, it's going to be a challenge match starting off. Creamy Milk versus Ignite at 4:30 Mountain Standard, 6:30 Central, or 7:30 Eastern time. So a ways away to go until that one still, but then we have Galaxy versus Boosty Boys, Orbit versus Milk, Gambit versus Legends, and High Voltage versus Mirage in a challenge match. Looking like potentially the last match of the night, barring anything else getting scheduled last minute. So until then, and which is to say until the next 20 minutes when we're back with the next European stream, I've been Palidore, that's been Swift, and this was a fun game here, especially for Team Gravity, as they will increase their record there to the 12 wins on the season. But until our next match, be happy, be healthy, be safe, and we'll see you again quite soon.